nWo WrestleMania reunion plans possibly revealed. Plus, WWE are making some changes to the WrestleMania card, and MJF has commented on Cody Rhodes' AEW departure. It's all in the wrestling news right now. A week tomorrow, WrestleMania.
That's come fast.
A little bit of WrestleMania fever.
Do you know what? After the start of the week, we were like, I'm not feeling it. Now we're getting, as Ross would say, wah-tish. The gears are changing.
Oh, is that the noise that gears?
Yeah, wah-tish.
Ah. See, I'm not sound too obnoxiously loud about it, but I am very excited for next weekend. It's going to be a busy one. It's going to be full of some returns, some surprises, some fun matches. But let's look at those returns for a second there. Fightful reporting that there were plans up until recently for an nWo appearance over WrestleMania weekend. Fightful are saying that those plans were in place before the passing of Scott Hall. We don't know what bearing that will have on it, whether or not they may stop them altogether. I don't think they should, but we'll touch on that in a second. The nWo plans were apparently to promote WWE 2K22, because there is an nWo deluxe edition that you can get that comes with, I mean, I say the full complement of nWo, but I don't see Vincent in there.
Disgusting behaviour, right?
Just Virgil has not made any of that sweet money, for that sweet Olive Garden money. I'm furious for him. But yeah, it was with the passing of Scott Hall, this kind of is put into question a little bit as to whether or not they will do it.
Yeah, part of me though hopes, really does hope that we get some form of the nWo there and we kind of honour Scott Hall, as well. I think I would really like to see that. I mean, we're going to get onto another story later about changes to the card and whatnot, and part of me is hoping that in some way we honour Scott Hall at WrestleMania, because that would just be like the perfect place to remember someone so incredible.
I think it changes the way they would do this. I think obviously they are promoting a video game, but yeah, as an opportunity to in front of all the wrestling fans on the planet. Yeah. Give a big too sweet to Scott Hall. I think that'd be really nice. Could this even be switched up to be not maybe an nWo appearance at WrestleMania, but maybe a Click appearance? Because we haven't seen Triple H on WWE television for quite some time now, and I mean, I'm just speculating. I don't know nothing, but this would be an ideal opportunity for us to see Triple H once again. Coming out there with Kevin Nash, X-Pac, Shawn Michaels. That would be a really beautiful tribute with that, wouldn't it? Because we see the photo and everybody, and everything kicked off and they're all hugging in the ring, and that's like such a touching thing to see then. And obviously now with Hall passed, it'd be really nice if we did see them all together again for something like that. It really would. We'll keep you posted on that one. As it pertains to the WrestleMania card itself, there's been a little bit of what's the technical term? Jiggery pokery. Well, that's exactly what Vince McMahon would say himself, Tom. Pokery of the card. What's going down, Andrew? So this is from WrestleNews.co. So AJ Styles versus Edge, which was originally announced for the second night and then pulled from the lineup, however. It has since been added to WrestleMania Sunday, only to now be listed for the first night instead. Also, the Fatal 4-Way match for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles is now listed for WrestleMania Sunday, after originally being listed as Friday or Saturday. With Friday being listed, though, there was some speculation it could have been taking place on SmackDown instead of WrestleMania, because we've heard that they're going to try and build this SmackDown up to be something kind of spectacular for the WrestleMania weekend. Sure you mean stupendous? Sorry, stupendous. How could I possibly forget? They did that last year with the SmackDown before WrestleMania, because the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal ended up on the SmackDown before WrestleMania. So, I mean, so what we're saying is from WrestlingNews.co is that there was a chance that the women's Fatal 4-Way tag match would have been part of that. That would have been a shame. That would have been a shame, especially with the women involved now too. Like, it's shaping up to be a really, I think, quite an exciting match. Yeah. I'm intrigued to see who comes out on top of that one, because we got some legitimately good
teams in there. So
in terms of how WrestleMania shakes up and shapes down, shapes up, shakes down.
Shapes up, shakes
One
down.
of those ones. Let's take a look at the card for the weekend as it stands. So night one, we will have, as Andrew just said, Edge and AJ Styles. They'll have a belter.
I can't wait for that.
Belter. Logan Paul and The Miz teaming up to face Rey and Dominic Mysterio. I think Logan Paul might surprise people here.
Yeah, I reckon so. Kind of like a Pat McAfee kind of thing, where you're like, he's not going to be, he's not going to do anything cool, and then he's going to do a triple moonsault off the top of the stadium.
Off the pirate ship, which is amazing because the pirate ship's in Florida.
Hey, well, anything can happen. It's WrestleMania.
Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin, or Happy Corbin rather, in action there. We'll see the SmackDown tag titles defended on night one. The Usos versus Nakamura and Boogs. Nakamura. That's when you merge their names together. You get this weird hybrid.
That's what's going to happen. They're going to do the Dragon Ball thing.
They'll do fusion heart, and then there'll be one person.
Yeah.
Kill me, I'm a monster. The women's title on the Raw side, Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. The SmackDown women's title on the line, Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. And Steve Austin to confront Kevin Owens on the KO show. This is according to rumours and speculation and discussions from sources that we've had this week, this potentially headlining night one.
Yeah, so I mean, it's got to be something special, right? You know, we've heard that Steve Austin sort of had doubts about coming back for a proper match, you know, a 1-2-3 pinfall affair. But I mean, I think it's pretty much solid that we're going to see some sort of physical confrontation. That'll last quite some time, I think, as well.
Night two, we will see, as we discussed just there, the women's tag titles, Zelina and Carmella defending against Sasha and Naomi, Ripley and Morgan, and Natalya and Shayna Baszler. The Raw tag titles on the line, RK Bro versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy.
That's nice.
In a triangle tag match. Anything goes between Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville. More on Sami Zayn in a moment. Clears his throat. Pat McAfee, as we talked about, the other purveyor of the triple moonsault, taking on Austin Theory. And then, of course, the unification match. Oh, that was the triple moonsault.
That was the triple, wow.
The triple moonsault alarm. He's done it. And the Universal title, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar to unify the Universal title and the WWE title.
Now looking at these, Son, there's quite a significant amount of matches not on night two in terms of numbers there. So obviously maybe we see Seth Rollins getting himself in there in night two. And part of me also hopes, with us talking about the Scott Hall stuff in the first story there, we see some kind of ricochet with the Intercontinental Championship, him defending it, doing some sort of tribute to Scott Hall there as well.
I've heard a few people suggest like a Razor Ramon ladder match. Like
That's
a
what I was
Memorial
thinking.
Ladder match.
That would be really, really nice.
Which I really, really like. Night two, as we said there, we'll see an anything goes match between Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville. I had a chat with Sami Zayn the other day, and you'll hear it exclusively on the Cultaholic podcast feed on Sunday.
That's exciting.
Lovely chat with Sammy about his opponent for Mania, Johnny Knoxville. We talked about the WWE's UK tour, which is going to pull into Newcastle. Sami Zayn is an honorary Geordie.
Is he really?
Oh, absolutely. He loves Newcastle.
He's pulling all the lingo out. Parmos. He's talking about Parmos.
He was talking about his best friend from Newcastle area.
Really?
No guesses on who that might be?
You.
That's right, me. Find out who exclusively on the podcast feed. That one. Download the Cultaholic podcast wherever you get your podcasts from for daily wrestling news, as well as classic reviews, interviews, and my chat with Sami Zayn on Sunday. Finally, MJF. He had a lovely conversation with Ariel Helwani about multiple things. One of the things got brought up was the departure of Cody Rhodes, and MJF wishes him luck, hoping that he finds happiness and a boatload of money, as we all do. He says, quite frankly, by 2024, which is when MJF's contract is up, if people have an issue with me leaving to go make real money, me and him are going to be fighting on the same exact island. When it comes to his contract coming up, he said he won't consider re-signing with AEW until around the time of January 1st, 2024, unless the money was absolutely astronomical. I like it. Make your cheddar, boy. He didn't discuss about any interest from WWE recently, but Turns out he's got a big friend backstage in WWE. He says, Bruce Pritchard and me go way back. When he was in MLW, he was one of the lead producers there, and he would watch me do promos. I mean, he was floored by me, enamored by me. I was the prettiest girl at the ball. I love Bruce. I think he's a hell of a guy and has a hell of a mind. I think he produces incredible television. A bit of that television that he enjoys is NXT. MJF was saying nice things about NXT, saying they had a make-out competition this past Tuesday. Gripping stuff. Like you not like a make-out competition. Fair point. He also said WWE were interested in him back when he was 22 years old. And he said that he didn't go anywhere with it because he said, I thought to myself, are they going to let me be me? That's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
And he decided, I'll park that.
Which is fair. Do you know what? I was watching the interview as well, and he genuinely says nothing but nice things about WWE. Like it almost feels as though he is keeping his options open if that sort of does show up at some time down the line, you know?
He isn't sinking any boats because he wants to make sure it's a strong enough boat to carry all the money forever. Make money, do it. And then he wants to make movies. He said that he's got some agents within Hollywood and there's a few offers and a few different things being discussed for him to do TV and films.
Which I think he'd be perfect for. Man's got chops. Like he just knows what he's doing, doesn't he? He's one of the best in the business at the moment, without a doubt.
Like my local butcher, man's got chops. More news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Until then, keys.
Love you, bye.